One secret in Christianity is the ability to walk in there as though they were concept. The as though they were concept, which is biblically inspired. In the book of Romans, chapter 4, verse 17, the Bible says that who gives life to the dead and calls those things which do not exist as though they did. This is a secret of Christianity, having the faith to operate in the as though they were concept, meaning things that do not exist, but by faith we move as though they exist, and things happen as we do that. We are still considering the 10 lepers that encountered Jesus in the book of Luke 17, and we looked at the other time what they did, the actions of the lepers. They cried out to Jesus, and the next thing that they did was that they moved. When Jesus gave them the instruction to go see the priest, they eventually moved. Now, this was an act of faith, because think about it critically. These are lepers. Their limbs are dead. Their nerves are not functioning right. They are in constant pain. The ability to even stand is not there, let alone asking them to walk and go show themselves to the priest. And even that is not the only problem. The other problem is that they were not, per their condition, they were not qualified to go show themselves to the priest, because you could only appear before the priest when you are healed and you are whole. So they had every reason to disobey the instructions of Jesus and not to act as though they were. They had every right, because I am leprous, I am not able to stand, let alone walk. And two, I'm not qualified to be in front of the priest. But the Bible says that they moved. And guess what? The Bible says that, and on their way they were healed. On their way they were healed. So it was not an instant healing, it was a progressive healing. They stood up, they started walking, they were not seeing anything happening to them. But the Bible says that on their way, meaning they got to a point where they realized the changes that they desired in their body, that they thought they were going to get instant healing. But that was not the route that Jesus used that time. Sometimes when you do not experience the instant healing that you are looking for, the instant intervention that you are looking for, it does not mean that God is not acting. When God asks you to go, go. When God says go show yourself to the priest, go. Sometimes we look at the presenting symptoms, we look at the shortcomings of the economy, we look at the shortcomings of our salary, and we render ourselves inadequate, and we render ourselves unqualified for some things. But if God says do it, do it. God has asked you to go get that house, but you are battling with yourself. You are saying that, God, look at my salary, look at how much I am earning. My credit score is not even as good to earn me that credit that I desire in order for me to get that house. But if God says go, go. If he says go, go. When you get to your destination, even before you get to your destination, he would have settled it and everything will be all right. The ability to walk in there as though they were concept, which is found in the book of Romans, like I read from the beginning of this presentation, is what keeps Christians going and makes them see the miracle that God has prepared for them. You may be seeing the presenting complaints right now in your body, and you are thinking that that disease is going to kill you, but God says that that disease will not kill you. Don't let the statistics that people are presenting, the research that people are presenting, let you lose faith in holding on to the fact that that sickness is not going to kill you. If God says it is not going to kill you, it is not going to kill you. You may have been thinking about how you are going to get the next job that you need in order to take care of your family. You feel you don't have that qualification, you don't have that experience. But if God says ask, if God says apply, just apply and see the intervention of God. Go get that house. If God says do it, just do it. By the time you get to your destination, God would have laid everything and put everything in control. Everything will be all right as soon as you get there, because God is the one giving the instructions. And when He says do it, do it. So the 10 lepers moved, and on their way, they experienced the healing of the Lord. May you experience the intervention of the Lord. May you experience the healing of the Lord. May you experience God visit you in a tremendous way that blows your mind. God bless you for joining us today. Take it easy, take care, and I will see you again next time.